Younger, faster, stronger. That's what today's newspapers need to be in this digital age in order to capture young readers.
Digital media, there are two things. One is just you have to be that much faster.
It doesn't matter what media we use.
We are trying to be the fastest with the news.
In all countries, and especially in the last decade, the young, those in the 20s and early 30s, have deserted the print media. So engaging our young through all our channels is a top priority, even as we continue to serve our loyal older readers. To succeed, we must have the right blend of youth and experience in our newsrooms, both digital natives as well as print junkies.
Enter the Facebooking, tweeting, online posting, newspaper journalists.
It's the same as like wanting to be the first with the story. Now you just want to be the first with the tweet, right? Or the first with the online story or the Facebook post, It's just kind of, there's that added sense of urgency.
Recently, during the Punggol East by-election, I think that we were the fastest to break developments in terms of we were getting updates from the counting centre about who's ahead, who's leading now, and if I'm not wrong, Straits Times was the first to break the news that Workers' Party had won the contest.
Whether it goes out on print, on TV, such as Razor TV, or digital media, SMSs, on Facebook, on Twitter, it really doesn't matter, because that is just a method of dissemination, and I think we should use all forms that we can.
The other thing is with digital media, we don't have the space constraint, so you can always just give so much more. You can give like the background story, you can give like more pictures, more detail, more colour in your story. So, if we're able to do that, then it's just even more content for readers to enjoy.
This new approach to journalism was rewarded at the Singapore Press Holdings annual EMND Awards to honour the best of Singapore's English and Malay newspapers. Like Young Journalist of the Year, Rachel Chang, who has been with the Straits Times for just over 3 years.
Being young, of course, there are a lot of newsmakers and politicians who will just dismiss you or you don't know what you're talking about. But I think being young also, you're just less, you're just bolder, you have nothing to lose. So you just ask questions that other people might not think about, or you just, try to pursue something that other people might not think about.
After more than 12 years as a journalist, Pei Xing-hui, who was based in China for 4 years as the Straits Times China Bureau Chief, is still surprised by some of the news events he encounters.
Just the last year, I think we have seen this whole Posey Lai scandal. If you ask me just 2 years before, would we see something as spectacular as that? I would tell you no way. And yet, indeed, that was exactly what happened. We saw a scandal that included murder, sex, corruption, abuse of power, defection. It was like a Hollywood script. And that was happening right in front of us in China.
Veteran journalist Selma Khalek also achieved one of the best moments in her 30-year career with her story on the Health Science Authority's safety rule on registering medical devices.
That wasn't an easy story to get, and it was rather complex. There were a lot of technical details that was difficult to understand. So I had to go out, talk to a lot of people, make sure that it wasn't just a few doctors shooting off and, trying to get their way. And I had to be confident that it was a real issue before I brought it up.
15 winners were chosen from 30 nominations across 12 categories in total. The Straits Times came out tops with 7 awards, while the new paper was close behind with 5 awards.